One of the big stories I've been tracking for the last year is the rapid expansion of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The agency received $75 billion to expand and help carry out President Donald Trump's campaign for mass deportations. The agency used part of that money to hire 12,000 new officers and special agents, more than doubling the size of its force.
They took away my wife. They don't tell me anything. And I'm asking, hey, what's going on? My wife gets super nervous.
HS keeps saying she's criminal alien. She has no criminal record. If you look at Pacer, there's nothing. Local, criminal records, there's nothing. So that needs to be addressed. Two, they say she was unlawfully present. You and I both know they don't give work authorizations to people who are unlawfully present and don't let them enter and work on forklifts and live on forklifts.
And a person opened the door, escorted us through the hallway. And at the end of the hallway, my wife got arrested. Arrested with any order of any warrant. And pretty much they took away my wife. They don't tell me anything. And I'm asking, hey, what's going on? My wife gets super nervous. She can't tell me anything. Nobody tell me anything. Nah. I start asking questions. Hey, what's going on? What happened? What is this? And nobody answered. The only answer I have is, hey, find a lawyer. And I say, hey, I have a lawyer since 2 years ago here in El Paso. My wife have a lawyer since 2017. So she been with lawyers the entire time in the United States. What's going on? Hey, talk to your lawyer. And that was the end of the conversation, sir. You have that glass between Daisy and I. We have that glass. But it's talking on the telephone, if we can say that. Yeah, it's a telephone. Old telephone, you're talking through a glass like a movie.
ICE does not release the identities of its new hires, unlike many state and local law enforcement agencies, and says that doing so would open them up to harassment, potentially. But we wanted to learn more about who these new hires are and their backgrounds, because we've been hearing some alarm inside and outside the agency that they were hired too quickly and that corners may have been cut. So we zeroed in on 40 deportation officers who recently announced their new jobs at ICE on the social networking site LinkedIn. From there, we used public records like court filings and employee personnel records to vet their backgrounds. We learned that some of them have a history of financial problems, including bankruptcies, unpaid debts, and other financial issues that landed them in court. We found at least 3 others who had been sued over allegations of misconduct in their prior jobs. For its part, ICE says that some employees were hired on a temporary basis before background checks could be completed, and that its vetting is a continuous process.